What's up, disc golfers? Joe here with Joe's Disc Golf, and I don't know what just happened. My mind has been blown. Something that I think a lot of us have been hoping for this entire time has finally just happened. Many of us thought it would take months or years for this to even happen. And no, I'm not talking about hitting 1,000 subscribers, though. If you are watching this and you are enjoying this content, you should click that little red subscribe button below. No, I'm talking about the merger of the Pro Tour and the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the National Tour. Yeah, crazy. That just happened. I did not think this would happen. But let's be real here. The National Tour standards, while they do meet the bare minimum of the PDGA Elite Series Pro standards, that's just it. It just meets the bare minimum. And the Disc Golf Pro Tour has really shown us what an elite event can really be. They have shown us what can be possible and how things are just night and day difference between when it's a Pro Tour event versus a PDGA National Tour event. And I think the Pro Tour taking over everything here is going to be superb. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be delicious. It is going to be the best ever. Mark my words. Horrible Donald Trump impression? Yeah, nailed it. So let's go ahead and let's go and read what we've got here. This is from the official press release of the DGPT and the PDGA. The Disc Golf Pro Tour has reached an agreement with the Professional Disc Golf Association to become the official Pro Tour of the PDGA. The PDGA National Tour will conclude after the 2021 season, with some events becoming part of the DGPT schedule. While the DGPT will remain independent, the Pro Tour will continue to follow all the rules, standards, technical specifications of the PDGA, the worldwide governing body of the sport of disc golf. This agreement will strengthen both organizations and usher in a new era for professional disc golf. I think that era is already here because, let's face it, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the Pro Tour events, the DGPT run events, and the National Tour events are just night and day difference. Take Worlds, for example. That is absolutely insane. It was not well run and not for lack of effort on the local club scene. I want to make this clear. All the issues that have been happening don't have anything to do with the local club scene. It's how the PDGA goes in and just does things versus how the Disc Golf Pro Tour, the DGPT, runs things. And I did make that distinction there. The PDGA just does things and just kind of forces you to go along with it if you're a local event. And sometimes they tell you, sometimes not. Look at my previous video of what happened with Worlds, where the Pro Tour comes in and they run things. They work with you. They do stuff to help make everything run smooth and make it a top level, a top tier event. Forget the added cash. I mean, that was kind of pathetic what had happened with with the National Tour Championship. It was pretty pathetic how the added cash was pathetic. They changed the payouts for the men and the women, and it made a little sense for the men. They front loaded the top end. So you do better, you get more money. But then they took money away from the top people in the FPO side, which is a whole different controversy all on its own. But that's a different video that is coming out soon. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head off there, sugar. We have this from the Pro Tour director, Jeff Spring. This is a landmark deal in the history of professional disc golf. From the start, we have aimed to provide the highest level of professional disc golf to our players and fans. This agreement is another step in the maturation of the sport and will allow us to continue to meet our goals while reaching new heights. This agreement has been over 5 years in the making, and we are thrilled to partner so meaningfully with the PDGA. Together, we will deliver even better results for our players, fans, subscribers, and PDGA members. Well, let's be real here. You couldn't do much worse unless you missed the standards set by the PDGA completely. That's how it is. Now, a little history here. The PDGA, the national tour, started over 18 years ago, and when it started back in 2003, that was the thing. There was no national tour before it, and back then there weren't half as many disc golfers as there are today signed up with the PDGA. So disc golf has just grown over 18 years. I mean, most sports can honestly say that they've grown in 18 years, but the standards have evolved and the Pro Tour has just accelerated this. And COVID has really, really accelerated how the Disc Golf Pro Tour handles all these events. They were able to continue doing events and doing things and getting something done, getting the pros out there to play during all these lockdowns and everything. Yes, it was an abbreviated season. Yes, things got weird because of all the different restrictions everywhere, but that wasn't the Pro Tour's fault. That wasn't the DGPT's fault. That was how the United States and how every individual state had run things. And that's just how it is. They did a good job given the circumstances and the fact that what Indiana does versus Michigan versus Ohio versus Kentucky and Tennessee and New York and all the different states do something completely different. So they had to evolve and just kind of make something work. And I thought they did a great job. I mean, the PDGA didn't even do the national tour. So that's just kind of how everything goes there. Some other fun stuff here. As part of the agreement, active PDGA members will receive complimentary access to a new tier of the Disc Golf Network. This will include access to live broadcasts of the first and last event of the DGPT regular season, USWDGC, the Champions Cup, the final 2 rounds of the PDGA Professional World Championship, and select video on-demand access, including a library of archival footage from the PDGA. The PDGA has also locked in another year with a 50% discount for PDGA members to the full version of the Disc Golf Network, along with discounts for members going forward. That's pretty sweet. I mean, that right there will save you about $60 if you want to get the Disc Golf Network. And if you don't, if you're just a PDGA member, you get some pretty good stuff there too. You get all that on-demand footage. You get, a couple tournaments here and there. It's pretty sweet. There are a lot more benefits there, which you can look up there at the PDGA website. There is an article talking all about this. It's pretty cool to see all this stuff going forward. On top of that, additionally, the DGPT will provide operational support for the PDGA's Professional Majors event. These events will also continue to broadcast on the Disc Golf Network, and the DGPT will manage the media rights for Pro Open Majors. The two organizations will work together to schedule the DGPT and PDGA major events, with a 2022 DGPT schedule expected to be released in the near future. That's exciting too. So that means that the PDGA will be in charge of the majors in name only, which means we should see a substantial uptick in quality and payouts from the Disc Golf Pro Tour just being the ones running it. Because let's face it, they've figured out a lot of stuff. Were there some growing pains along the way with the Disc Golf Network and the Disc Golf Pro Tour in the beginning, in the first year or two? Yeah, but we're all learning things here. They can look towards the PGA and Golf Network and what they've done, but they're so much further ahead of us because, the sport's been around a lot longer. And there are similarities, but there are also differences too. So what might work for the PGA doesn't work for the PDGA and vice versa. So watching the Disc Golf Pro Tour evolve over these last, year and a half, when I've really paid attention to them, it's been pretty exciting. So it's pretty sweet. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words here, which is really bad when you're making commentary videos. Their final paragraph here. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is also putting further emphasis on their community connection program, committing over double the resources to the program for the 2022 season. The tour will also continue to be at the forefront of environmental sustainability and diversity incentives in the sport. Again, committing to double the resources for development in those areas. A partnership with this type of significance gives the DGPT the ability to invest in both the communities we visit and the disc golf community as a whole, said Spring. We are an inclusive organization that cares about the environment, and with the PDGA's full support, we are thrilled to be able to expand our impact in those areas. Wow. Pretty sweet stuff there. They're able to give more money to disc golf in general, not just, what they said there. Giving more back to the community. I think that is a fantastic idea. But I want to know what you think. Let me know down in the comments down below. You can just type out your stuff right there, and I will try to get back to as many of those as possible. You can also find me and hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, DMs, tweet me, whatever. There's also Facebook. There's also joesdiscgolf.com, where there will be articles up talking about this. Those are coming shortly. Unless you're watching this in the future, then the articles are probably already up there, and I'll have a link in the description below. But I do want to know what you think, so hit me up. Don't forget to thank Treesus next time you get a beneficial tree kick, and if you end up deeper in the woods after a tree kick, you need to reflect and repent because you have transgressed against Treesus, and you need to ask for his forgiveness. Thank you all for watching. I've been Joe, you've been awesome, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.